What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. Let's talk about code, apps, web development, programming, and everything in between. What is up, Lauren, John B, the Genie, Vibhushan? What's up? What's up? Volkan, what's up on YouTube? Raul, hey, hey. Hey, what's new? Nothing's new. Just I've personally been packing to move into a new house. That's coming soon. Soy Mexico, bienvenidos, mi amigo. Welcome, Florentino. Hi, what's up, man? What's up, Chip? What's up, Ikro? Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Kabir, what's up? Can you tell me about Flutter? Flutter is an amazing tool set that allows you to build cross-platform software, apps, websites, desktop, like everything. It's really, really awesome. I love Flutter. It's huge opportunities there. Great for startups, great for products. There is no voice, it says. Testing. It looks like it's working to me. Let me just turn off my Bluetooth just in case. Bluetooth off. Brianna says they can't hear me. Testing. Looks good. Says it's working. Okay. What do you think about Java Spring? I think it's great for enterprise stuff. Sure. Instagram, yeah. I don't know why people are interested in IoT about front end, or a lot about front end and not back end. It just depends what you want to do. Some people like playing with paint and colors and user interface. Cat hair. Get off cat hair. Other people like just writing code. I like writing code. I don't like spending a lot of time in the user interface, but some people do. It's all good. There's lots of jobs and programs, and they're for everybody. Jobs versus freelancing. Let's hear it. Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about today. Is jobs versus freelancing. Hey, what's up, Dontevius? That's a cool name. Which location would be better for a junior dev in web development, Austin or Dallas? So definitely Austin, but Dallas has lots of stuff going on too. You can't go wrong in either city. So let's talk about this freelancing versus a full-time job. First off, if you're a brand new programmer, sometimes it can be hard to get a full-time job. Okay, so what I recommend you do, and this is the same thing I teach my students at the DevSlopes Academy. It's our coaching program. Is I recommend you do freelancing first. Take on some projects so you can put those on your resume, because it can be hard getting your very first job when you don't have anything on your resume. When your last job says that you were a chef at Red Lobster, it's very hard to go and get your first job. So if you get some freelancing projects on there, it can really help. Now, in terms of should I become a full-time freelancer or become a full-time developer, it depends on a lot of things. Okay? If you live in the United States, you can find some really cushy, amazing full-time jobs as programmers with benefits, and some of them will even let you work from home. Great careers. Big companies, medium-sized companies, small companies, great. Paying, $80,000 plus a year, up to $150,000 a year. There's some great opportunities there. You don't have to worry about where your paycheck's coming from. You just got to write code and get better at programming. You live a really great life, great schedule, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. in a lot of cases, really nice stuff. Now, you're working for a company, so you often have to be there during certain times or hours. That was never a good fit for me personally, my personality, because I was much more of an entrepreneur. And when you work at a company, you tend to have bosses, you tend to have project managers, product owners. You don't get to do a lot of the creative thinking. You just code what they tell you to code. And that's great for a lot of people. That wasn't great for me. I like building products. I like making decisions. And so for me, freelancing was always much more appealing because you get to do whatever you want. You can choose the projects you get to work on. You reject the projects you don't want to work on. Also, as a freelancer, you can make much more money than a full-time job, much more money. When I had my own freelancing company, so I started off individually, but it turned into a company. I mean, we did over $1 million in our first year of business, $1 million gross revenue. You can make more money as a freelancer. You can have your own lifestyle. But as a freelancer, you are responsible for coming in and bringing the money in, right? You got to have a sales pipeline. You're a programmer, but you're also a consultant. You're on the phone. You're calling people, you're having meetings, like you're managing all those things. You got to do more things, but you do get more flexibility and you can make more money. But you have to have that entrepreneurial spirit to be a freelancer. Now, if you just want to still be a freelancer, but not make big bucks, but just kind of like have a good lifestyle, let's say $75,000, $85,000 a year, $100,000 a year, then you can go into Upwork.com and take on projects. That's the best place for beginners to start. You could do it hourly or project-based, and you could do projects there. And then you still get the flexibility of working where you want to work, living how you want to live. So those are a few pros and cons of each, working as a freelancer or getting a full-time job. I'm gonna look at some questions here on TikTok. I'm a system administrator. I deal with pushing code out as the transition harder. I'm not sure what you mean. Do you have any trial classes? So I've got a free course you could take if you're interested in learning to code. It's devslopes.com/free-course. Or if you're interested in like having a coach work with you to actually get a job, you can join the DevSlopes Academy. You can just get on the phone for us, have a free phone call. It's devslopes.com/apply. You can ask all kinds of questions. We help people get jobs. We train you and then we help you become a paid developer. I'm looking for an internship in March after college. I've started making websites. Okay. Any local family business. Oh, you started making websites for a local family business. Anything else I should add? That's a great start. Those are great things to put in your resume. Just keep doing projects like that. How much can you make as a freelancer? The sky's the limit. Like I just mentioned, when I started as a freelancer, I actually turned it into a company. And in our first year, it did $1 million in gross revenue. That wasn't net profit. But I know of freelancers who are making $300,000 a year just as a solo developer, writing code, taking on big projects, $10,000 projects with maintenance packages, things like that. So the sky's the limit with freelancing. With software engineering, this 150,000 in a lot of cases is that ceiling. Okay. So let me look at some of these things on Instagram here. How do you start as a freelancer? Upwork.com is the place to start as a freelancer. Please save this broadcast. Yeah, these are saved on YouTube. So after this is over, you can go onto YouTube. You can watch it. What basic skills should you learn before diving into the development career? Nothing, just programming. I mean, if you're talking about basic skills, definitely learn how to type on a keyboard. If you're typing like this, it's going to be pretty hard to get a job. Okay. Make sure you can type around 40 words a minute. So basic skills typing. After that, you can learn from an absolute beginner. I've seen truck drivers become programmers. I've seen nurses become programmers, every type of profession. So nothing you need to worry about. You can start from absolute scratch, but typing is important. What's up from India? Yo. Do website builders make more money than artificial intelligence coding people? There's opportunities in both. The further you go down in artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, the more money you can make, the smarter you are, the better you are with code. Okay. Typing, bro, seriously. I am serious. You cannot code if you type like this. Like, you're not going to get hired in a job. And I have to reject a lot of people from the DevSlopes Academy because they don't even use a computer. They hear that they can get into code and that's what they want to do, but they don't even use a computer. And those people never succeed, ever. They never succeed. People who don't use a computer regularly, they never succeed in the career transition. So when I say we've brought on truck drivers and we've trained them, they are already using a computer. They know how to use a computer. So you would just be surprised at how many people come to me who've never used a computer in their life and they want to get into code and it just doesn't work out. That's why. Salary of a front-end developer in the United States, they can start around $70,000 or $75,000 a year. Freelancing, you can make that or more. Goes up from there. Web or mobile development, what is your suggestion? Either one, whatever you find that you're most passionate about. There's opportunities in both, whatever you enjoy most. Yep. How would you build a blog with Next.js, with Markdown, WordPress? Well, WordPress is like competing with Next. They're two different things, but yeah, you can do your blog in Markdown with Next, which is really cool. That's what we do in a lot of instances. As a freelancer, how do you evaluate a project value for the client or your hourly rate? So that's a very hard question to answer, Andrew, but I recommend you go to the Dev Slopes podcast and my episode on freelancing. So Dev Slopes podcast freelancing, Google that, Dev Slopes podcast freelancing. I talk all about that. But Andrew, what it's really about is creating a niche, okay? Something you get really good at. You don't just say, dear kind sir, I can do PHP, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node. I can kindly build this application for you. You'll never get a job that way. You come in and you provide value to the client. I help restaurants increase sales by 150% by creating mobile responsive menus, integrating with Grubhub, DoorDash, and other systems. I also integrate email services so you can respond to people quickly, thus increasing order value. I deploy these websites in less than 4 days for my clients. You know, you need to add value, and then you charge $10,000 for a package like that. You know, you need to come up with a niche, charge a premium price, come up with retainers where you can continue to ongoing work for these people. You're offering value. You're not offering tech. You're offering value. You're helping them have and find a result for their problem. That's how you make good money as a freelancer. But look up that episode, Dev Slopes podcast freelancing. I have issues with data structures and algorithms. I use LeetCode. Is it enough? That's a great place to start doing those challenges. That's fine. You can do the 30-day code challenge with DevSlopes as well too. 30daycodechallenge.com. Are you Mark? Yes, I am Mark. For starting app development, is Flutter a good option? It's good if you want to build your own apps. It's not good for getting a full-time job. What websites do you use to be updated on what's happening in technology? I don't, Alex. I don't go keep up to date on all of this stuff. What I do as a business owner is when, you know, it's real easy. This is the same thing with learners. It's real easy to just find every shiny new object, right? But as a business owner, it's my job to make sure that I'm finding things that are lasting a long time, that are important, not the new shiny things, but the things that last a long time. So, you know, what I do is I see the jobs that are available, you know, what jobs are out there, like on Indeed.com, LinkedIn jobs, things like that. What's trending in those areas, because where people are hiring is where the real things are happening. If some person writes a trendy blog article about why you should go learn the Go programming language, you know, that's completely different than actually looking and seeing how many jobs are hiring for the Go programming language. So that's what I do. How to get into freelance development. The best place to start is Upwork.com. Just take on some small projects to get started. Do I need to remember a programming language, or can I take reference and documentation? It is very difficult to remember all this stuff. Yash, you need to work on projects. You need to come up with a project that interests you and you need to build it, okay? Yeah, and spamming multiple chats at the same time is really annoying, just so you know. How many internships should I do before deploying for a job? Internships, you just need to build real projects, get those on your resume. You know, once you've got a few paid projects under your belt, it should give you the confidence you need to go take on, to go get a full-time job. Rodney says, just curious, what language is ideal for a noob? I would say JavaScript or Python. One of those two languages, they're very easy to learn, and you're gonna go a long way with those languages. Can you become a full stack developer with React and Flask? Absolutely. In fact, that's a great stack. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React on the front end, Flask and Python on the back end. You can find some jobs with that. That's a great, great stack. I approve. Mark, I want your opinion about Bootcamp constructor Colt Steele. I have bought his web app Bootcamp 2021 on Udemy. Colt's awesome. His content's great. You can get a really, really great price on it. It's great stuff. I want to buy a computer. So what will you consult with me? Which computer should I buy? If you're doing web development, it doesn't matter. A $300 computer will be fine. If you're doing Android development, you're going to want something with 8 gigabytes of RAM at least, some i5 plus processor. If you're building iPhone apps, you need a Mac. I feel like a lot of companies don't care about projects, rather they care about experience. Well, they do care about experience. The reason why you build one major project is so you can put it on your GitHub. So when the employer says, hey, let's walk through a project you built, you go through your GitHub project. That happens very, very often. But yeah, experience is more important. That's why you need to take on freelance projects and put them on your resume. Freelance projects on Upwork.com. Just to make sure I heard you correctly, you suggest learning Python for programming. I suggest, someone asked me for a brand new programmer, should I learn Python, or what programming language should I learn? And I said Python or JavaScript are great starter languages. Now, if you're somebody who wants to get a job in this industry as a programmer, I would actually recommend JavaScript over Python, because Python has lots of opportunities, but I think the barrier to entry and getting into the industry is much quicker with JavaScript as a front-end developer. With Python, you have to know a lot of other things in order to get that full-time job, and they usually want a little more experience because you use Python for back-end development or for machine learning, and those are both very complicated things, and it's much easier to get a job as a front-end developer using JavaScript. And also, anything you do in the web, you're going to have to learn JavaScript anyway. So even if you do Python development on the back end, you're still going to have to learn JavaScript. So yeah. I'm in the machine learning research field now, but I'm a junior. I just finished my bachelor's degree, and my country wages are small as a junior, even in my field. Freelancing is an option now. Absolutely, sure. Is DevSlopes worth it? So we have the DevSlopes Academy. That's our coaching and training program. And our program is designed for people who just want results and who have full-time jobs. Basically, what we do is we train you and then we coach you until you're working. So a traditional boot camp, what they do is they train you and they try to help you get a job, but it's usually not enough time. And so you get kicked out of the program. Now, they say a lot of them have like career services where you can call once a week and get career advice. But that's not what people need. What people need is they need coaches continually training them on code and for job interviews and their resume and resume building and freelance projects, helping them close deals. So basically, we're like an apprenticeship coaching program. So we work with you until you're a paid developer. We never, ever kick you out. So is it worth it? It just depends. Like, do you want to get a job? Then we're the right fit for you. If you're somebody who just wants to learn something, we're maybe not the best option, because all of our stuff is results oriented, jobs and careers. We don't have training programs where you just learn something just to learn it. So we coach you. We're very hands-on, one-on-one coaching. So if you want me or my team to coach you and work with you until you're a paid developer, real money in your bank account, then we're the place to go to. That's devslopes.com/apply. Get on the phone with us. We'll tell you all about it. devslopes.com/apply. All junior roles ask for experience. A lot of them do. You should apply anyway. But again, that's why taking on freelance projects, getting them on your resume is so important. I want to learn code for games, but tried tutorials and books, but having trouble with them. Yeah, what you need to do is build a game you're passionate about and just do it with Unity and C#. You'll figure it out. Design a game and build it, and you'll figure it all out. Yep. So should I apply for the academy after university or while you're at university? Oh, it's up to you. So we don't force you to like quit school or job like a lot of boot camps do. We have you pick times that works for you. And then you do the curriculum and content on your time, and then we grade your projects as you submit them and things like that. So we work around your schedule. We have some students in computer science programs right now. They're getting the academic training from the computer science, and from us, they're actually getting the job skills, the things they need to get a job so they can actually start making money. So it's up to you if you have the workload capacity. DevSlopes Academy requires 2 to 3 hours per day. Can DevSlopes Academy really get me a full-time job? Yep, that's what we do. Just a few weeks ago, placed somebody. They doubled their salary from what they were making before. But it's a common thing. Like, I'm not trying to sell you on this. Like, if you learn to code and you have a coach working with you, you are bound to get work. It's pretty simple. When you're learning on your own, you have got no coach. You're all on your own. You lose motivation. That's just the facts of life. When you have a coach, someone like me who's looking over your shoulder and pushing you, helping you, calling you out when you're full of BS, like helping you through the hurdles, things like that. When you've got somebody like that, you're going to get a job. It's like an apprenticeship, right? Like that's just how it is. So yes, I'll help you get a job. Me personally, I will look at your resume. I will coach you on things to fix and change. My team will. Absolutely. Until you have paid work, we will work with you until you're paid. Our goal is to make you money. Our goal is not to get you in our program. Our goal is to make you money. Just enrolled with DevSlopes Academy. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Super exciting. Get started right away. What is the best way to overcome anxiety? Be able to call clients. It's a tough one. Maybe you're not built for freelancing. I mean, maybe you should go for a full-time job. Like it could be hard. It's something you have to do. Just get on the phone and do it. There's nothing more I can say. It's something you got to do. Overcoming anxiety, doing hard things is hard. It's still hard for me. Like I understand. I don't have a magic pill for you. I'm sorry. How much does DevSlopes cost? The DevSlopes Academy. It's about the cost of a semester of community college in the United States. So we go over all those details on the phone, pricing, payment plans, things like that. You just no obligation, get on the phone with us. We'll give you all the details for the DevSlopes Academy. What freelancing site should you use? It's not about the site and ridiculously low prices. It's about creating a package that works really well. So Upwork.com is a great place to find your first clients. How much time should you spend daily in programming? If you spend 2 to 3 hours a day for 6 to 8 months, you're going to get paid work. You're going to be good enough to get paid work. Okay. Should I learn HTML, CSS before getting to JavaScript? Sure. That's what we teach. It doesn't really matter, but yeah. Yep. Is freelancing as a Flutter developer without a Mac possible? Yeah, but not if you're going to build iPhone apps. You need to be able to test iPhone apps and deploy them for your clients. So you could do Android and desktop and web, but you wouldn't be able to do iPhone without a Mac. Should I start with front end learning React or back end with Flask? So look, you should do what you're most passionate about. It's quicker and easier to get a front end junior job as a front end developer. Or as a web developer, it's going to be easier. On the back end, you tend to do more complex things, more complex algorithms, and companies tend to want more experience for the back end. You see way less jobs for junior back end developer. So I always recommend people start with the front end. But if you hate front end development, then just do the back end. You'll get a job that way. But if you don't care, then you're going to have more success getting a job as a front end developer. Will DevSlopes still be here in 2 years? Well, we've been going strong since 2015. Because we introduced the DevSlopes Academy in January of 2020, our company has literally doubled. It's just going strong. So that's all I can tell you. We continue to grow. Our YouTube continues to grow. Our Instagram, our TikTok, our team, our students, the results. It's a really exciting time right now, actually, for the company. Is it worth it to learn Angular, freelancing, or full-time job with React? Either or, there's opportunities in both. You've been using Unreal for 6 years now. Wow, that's great. Because you want to write code for games. That's cool. Okay. Which program should my 6-year-old son start with? I would say like some of those free games, like on the iPad, they've got the Apple Playgrounds and other like little apps like that. You don't have a C++ course? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I'd love to, but I don't. But Udacity has a really fantastic C++ program. I really enjoyed their program. Whoo, what time is it? I'm losing my voice here. How much does it cost, DevSlopes Academy? Yeah, I've seen this question 3 times. I don't post the prices on the website. You just get that information on the phone call. It's about the cost of a semester of community college. We've got multiple payment plans, pricing options, scholarships, things like that. Just get on the phone, no obligation, devslopes.com/apply. You get all the information there. I don't talk about sales or money or anything. That is no longer my job. My job is to help coach people and train people. You can talk to my enrollment team for all of that information. Going on to YouTube. Go onto YouTube, do some free coding tutorials. Yep. My internet is tripping out. So my internet's having some issues here, but hey, ladies and gentlemen, I got a roll. If you want to learn to code and have a coach and get a job and work with me and my team until you have a job, then apply for the DevSlopes Academy, devslopes.com/apply, and come work with me and my team. And we'll see you again here tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.